Hello guys, welcome to our video, and we are going to talk about item profile and byproduct. Item profile and byproduct. In our last video we talked about how to register or add item into JiPOS version 3. Now we are going to use some of already registered items, and if you go to product items you will find some items registered here. Now how do we view, edit, delete this particular item? To begin with, how do we delete? Of course, this is where to find the item list that is under products items. How do we delete? If you want to delete any item here, we'll just come to the action section and delete. So this blue button will help you expand this particular table row. Sometimes it might not appear. Based on the size of your screen, it will appear at the last column on the far right. My screen is a little bit small, that's why it is hidden here. So I can delete this particular item, I'm not going to, but I can view the item profile. So if I want to view the item profile, I'll just click view or edit, and this is the item profile that I can view. So within this particular item profile, I can see all the settings and configurations I made while registering this item. If I want to edit this particular item details, there is a form that appears in the first tab. I can change the category, the tax type, the name, and everything else. Most importantly, you can change the buying price. That is if you're using the manual method of buying price updation. I can even change the selling price. That is if I'm selling this particular item. I can even set the happy hour price. This is something that is only visible in the item profile. You're not going to see it while registering an item, but if you need to set any happy hour prices for the item, then you can do that right here in the item profile. Happy hour prices are offer prices. You can run this particular prices in the evening or peak hours, during holidays, during the weekend, or any other time. Now we have got also the serial. If you need to change that, you can do it here. If you need to update the reorder level based on the movement of stock over time, you can do that here, and all these other configurations, and then you just click save changes. You have to click the save changes so that it updates. So that is how you're going to edit the item details. That's the basic details of an item. Now apart from that, we have got the item photo. You can change the photo here, and we say this particular photo is visible at the terminal, that is at the point of sale section. This photo is also visible for those who are going to use the online shop that we have in JiPOS version 3 and later versions. Now the next thing is how to do byproducts. What are byproducts? Byproducts are just child items. Let me just say these are like the, do we call them secondary items? I'll call them secondary items, quote unquote, from the parent, or derived from the main or the parent item. For example, we have got this particular interesting item here called soda 300mm crate. So soda 300mm crate, this is just soda one crate, is a whole crate of soda. Of course, the Kenyan standard or crate of soda is 24 bottles, and that is in many places across countries. So this particular crate, from this particular crate, we can create now the soda bottles, the individual bottles. So the individual bottles will be the byproduct of or derived from this particular main product or item called soda 300ml. Now how are you going to create a byproduct? You just click create new byproduct here. You can give it a name. So I can even decide and say this is soda 300, but I'm going to create pieces from the crates option, and I want to give it maybe pieces or bottles. I can give it bottles instead. I can define the unit price, that is coming to about 50 shillings of thereabout. Then I can define the breakdown formula. This is the most important aspect of this, because this will inform the system moving forward. However, it can be changed. On how many quantities of this smaller piece makes that whole piece. So in this case it will be 24, because by one crate is equal to 24 bottles or pieces of this particular soda. So that is the formula I'm going to set here. If it were that I'm working with the wheat flour, there's a 2 kg packet. One bale or one carton of that 2 kg packets normally carries 12 pieces of the 2 kg packets. So if I'm to define or create a byproduct from the one bale or one carton, then I'm going to say the 2 kg smaller packets derived from the main carton are going to be byproducts, and the breakdown formula will be 12, because 12 of this 2 kg will make one whole bale or one whole box of that particular wheat flour. That is the same scenario here. And if this is also to be applied in the bars, right, we have got creation of tots, right? So we have got maybe 4th Street. 4th Street here was 750. Yeah. So if it's 750 and it's going to have 22 tots, then the 22 tots of 4th Street is going to be a byproduct. So that next time whenever we take that bottle of 4th Street, what we do to create the stock of the byproduct is just to regenerate from the formula. So I'm going to do that and then click submit. I'm going to leave this as default and click submit. This is just telling us to distribute. That means to associate this particular byproduct with, of course, the parent item respective stores. So that is something that you're not going to do right now, and I submit. So I shall have created my byproduct here, and this is just like any other item. I can even change their prices and do anything else. Now this particular byproduct, if you need to regenerate them, that means regenerate the quantities, you click on the action button and click regenerate default quantity. So this will ask you which store do you want to regenerate these particular quantities for. It can be main store, can be any other store. How many quantities do you want to derive, or how many parent quantities are you taking? Are you taking 1 crate? Are you taking 2 crates? Are you taking 3 crates? So if I'm taking 1 crate, it will create 24 bottles. If I'm taking 2 crates, it will take 48 bottles, and so on. So what will happen is that the parent item quantity will be reduced by 1, while we create these other pieces of bottle 24 of them, right? Because I will be taking 1 crate, I break it down, so I'll no longer be having 1 crate, but then I'll be having 24 bottles. If I take 2 crates, I'll break them down, so I'll no longer be having 2 crates, but then I'll be having 48 bottles. That is the purpose of regeneration. Now we have got the second option here while regenerating an item called regenerate dynamic quantity. This helps you also to avoid the aspect of creating multiple byproducts which are the same, because maybe you are deriving them from different sets of similar item. For example, I said 4th Street. If you're in bar setup, this 4th Street 750 ml, there is 4th Street 1 liter. If I did already create a byproduct from 750 ml, then I'm not going to go to 1 liter 4th Street and also create a byproduct from that particular item profile. No. So I only use the initial byproduct created, but then now when I'm now regenerating my tots, I'll come here, select now that 4th Street 1 liter, and then I select the store and the quantity, that is the formula, because this is like a different set of item. Remember our 750 from my example that I gave was 22 tots. Maybe the 1 liter is 36 or maybe more tots than we expect. So that means you're going to give it its own formula and submit. So that is what is going to happen in case you have a byproduct that can be regenerated from multiple items. So that is how you're going to do a byproduct. Now you have got also barcodes. Barcodes, of course, you can generate if you're selling using barcodes. This especially to retail wholesale shops. You can use this. Yeah, you can generate barcodes, print them, attach them to those particular items. then you can use the scanner or the scan reader to read this particular barcode. Table mount or handheld scanner, it will do the job for you. Then you have got multiple serials. What is the purpose? You have got items that, or you have got items which may be having multiple serials. What do we mean here? I can buy my phone. It can be a Nokia phone, right? So this Nokia phone has got same. I have got 3 of them with the same RAM, same specification, same color, same everything. But remember, all the 3 phones each have its unique serial number. So that is how these come about. So you'll have to register that as one item, but then because you have maybe 30 of them with each and every device having its own serial number, then you come here and add those particular serial numbers for those particular similar devices. Yeah, so you can define the availability, whether it's available or not, and while doing a sale, you can now sell this particular item, but specifically with this particular serial number. That is the purpose of this particular section. Then you have got redistributed stores. This store redistribution is something that we'll talk about in our next videos, and this is the aspect of associating an item with a given store. That means you might be having more than one store in your business or premise, and you want to define this particular item to be available in store X and store Y, but not store Z. Or you want this particular item to be available in all the stores. This also helps you to control your stock parallel in each and every store, and it also helps you in things like movement of stock, requisition, those purchases, and any other movement of stock. So this is something that we're going to talk about in our next videos. So that is what is available in an item profile, how to edit it, how to create byproducts, and what is the importance of byproducts in this particular system. So stay tuned and subscribe to our channel to be updated on our new video.